they are the ones that do all the testing, they're the ones that process all the paperwork, they're the ones that take the paperwork and put it into the FCC system.
Eventually.
But it's become slow. I actually, because of the way my brain works, I keep track of this stuff, and I track how long it takes to them to issue the license. And you can look on W5NOR.org on the licensing page, and I actually keep track of it. And as long as I've been running the VE sessions, which is 2009, I've been keeping track of it, which is almost 10 years. It's getting longer and longer. Part of that is they decided to cut costs by switching from USPS priority mail to USPS first class mail. At first that didn't make much difference, now it's making a difference, and it's getting really, really slow. Case in point, the licenses have not posted from the last session. We're already over a week. It used to be 5 days. It used to be on Tuesday morning after the Thursday session, the licenses would post, I'd let everybody know. Now it's taken 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. It's going to be almost, it's crazy. There are other VEs. One of them is Laurel VE. They are much smaller than the ARRL. They do it, it's a bunch of volunteers that do it. They're not slow. Once they get to know their VE teams, they will take my word for it when I let them know electronically that everybody has passed. They will take that information and they will immediately put it into the FCC computer system. So everybody should get their license the next day or the day after that following the test. So probably the Friday or the Saturday after exam session, they'll have that posted. Now that probably won't happen for the first 1 or 2 sessions because they don't know me yet. I still have to send all the paperwork in. The other thing they don't do is charge a fee. So that's a $15 savings for every candidate. Now, part of that means that should we decide to move to Laurel VEC for all of our sessions, we're going to have to ask the SCARS Club to pick up the cost of mailing, the cost of duplicating things, printing tests, that sort of thing. We'll figure that out after a fashion. But we've been looking for a way to test out Laurel VEC's processing, and we came up with a proposal. Mark and I had lunch the other day when we went and took the controller out and we got to talking, and you know, if we get to talking, it's a problem to come up with stuff to do. So the plan is to get as many or all of the SCARS hams that have text to general, one way or the other.
Or extra.
Or extra, but we'll stop. It's Operation General. Can you not say general?
Well, starting from general.
We want to do this by field day. So Mark has cram books. You have cram books today with you, don't you?
Probably not enough, but
It's only like 5 people, so.
we can probably see it. I don't have the 5, but.
Okay. We will get you a cram book. If you haven't seen Mark's cram books, CRAM stands for Correct Radio Amateur Answer Manual.
Yes.
Radio Amateur.
Oh, that's what I need.
Yeah, yes, he did. That's right. It's like Shield, right?
Mark's also working on a large print edition.
Yes, he did. Now, what he's done, hang on a second. What he's done is he's taken the question pools, which are in the public domain. The answers are also standardized, although they randomize the order on the test. And he's taken out all the distractor answers. So all it has in there is the question and the correct answer. Yes, you're cramming. Yes, you'll pass the test. Maybe you'll know the subject matter, maybe you won't. That's not the point. We want to get you guys to general, no matter what it takes. And we will provide some quote-unquote tech support, see, because you're technicians, so tech support together. There will probably be some stuff in there that you're going to go, I just don't get this. I tried memorizing, I can't get it. Mark and I will set up something. It's probably going to be via email. We'll let you know through the newsletter and through the Facebook page and how that's going to work. But you'll be able to send us questions about the questions, and we will get answers to you. This is a test run for the Laurel VEC, because we've never done it with them before. We've done hundreds of sessions with ARRL, and we know how that bureaucracy works. We don't know how their bureaucracy works. So this is going to be a test. Rather than do it at a regular monthly test session, we decided to do a special test on field day, probably 2 o'clock. When is field day?
Fourth full weekend in June.
Okay.
Yes,
June
question.
23rd, yes, Mr.
I was just gonna mention, I also have all the manuals for studying,
Okay,
the ARRL manuals and
Okay.
other brands.
okay,
I also have most of the ARRL books,
but you've used
So
them
I'm-
successfly, right?
yeah.
So you're an
And I'm on my way to expert, or
expert.
experienced, or anyhow, I'm trying to get on the air. So, if
Do you have an
if there's a book that you need that ARRL has, I might have it, and you're welcome to borrow it.
Thank you,
Use
appreciate
the
it.
vertical,
So if
it's
you-
currently horizontal.
Yes. So if you come held maybe with an antenna, there may be some.
I have
There
all
you
the
go.
books on antennas, but they just don't have the manpower to get it up.
I understand.
It's called a pulling.
This year, that's
Yeah.
June 23rd, 24th. The Saturday is the 23rd. We will have the test session probably around 2 o'clock, we're thinking. That's 71 days from today, if you include today and you include field day. So 71 days. There are 462 questions in the element 3 pool. You only have to memorize 7 questions and answers a day, and then you'll have them all memorized. That's not that big a deal. So what do you get for this once you're a general? You get expanded privileges on every amateur, low frequency, medium frequency, and HF band. You already have, as a technician, you have every single possible privilege from 50 megahertz to light. And where the general gets more privileges is on all the lower bands. We'll do a registration page here. We don't have that quite set up yet, but we'll get that word out. Question, does anybody know what that is?
Yes, question mark.
It's a question mark, okay, so some of the old guys.
Did your grandma do it?
When was the field day?
Field day is on 23rd and 24th of June this year, always the 4th full weekend. And this year it's the 23rd and 24th. So we're gonna have a test session that day, primarily for people that wanna upgrade to general, but if other people don't wanna go to the regular session, they wanna go to that Saturday session, that's fine too. We'll do that, but we'll get the word out about how to register for that. It'll probably be through the same site, we'll just select the correct date. That's it. So whoever's technician, we probably should take names or something.
Question.
Do you have a- okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Name?
Yeah, raise your hand if you're a tech, okay.